my name is Sweta Duseja. I am the Customer Success Director for the Meta region at MoEngage, and I'm so excited to be sitting here with Kunal Badiani, our VP for the Meta region at MoEngage. Kunal brings more than 15 years of experience focused on marketing automation, digital marketing, and it's been his focus throughout his career. So you can imagine the level of expertise that we deliver in the marketplace right from the top. Kunal is also an MBA from the Melbourne Business School with a focus on strategy and finance. He's been leading our region through a growth spurt that measures up to 60% over the last year, adding more than 200 brands to our customer family. So excited to be sitting here with him.
Thank you for having me, Sweta, and obviously partner in crime as you are. Hello, everybody. Sweta has done a lovely introduction, but happy to be here and obviously answer all the lovely questions you have for me.
So, Kunal, let's start off with our first question. Talk to us about the business climate and what makes operating in Meta with MoEngage so special.
It's a great question, right? So, I mean, firstly, if you think about Meta as a region, it's super diverse. It's Middle East, it's Africa, and it's Turkey. Across the Middle East, there are so many flavors. You know, you got Saudi Arabia going through a massive growth spurt. You have the UAE that's almost always dominant in tech hungry. And you have markets like Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait that are also coming to age and in their adoption of digital technology based on the appetite of their consumers. Africa is another beast, so is Turkey. So, as a geography that we manage out of our HQ in Dubai, we have the good fortune of going through the ebbs and flows of the different nuances that all of these countries are going through and play a really key role in enabling the leading brands in these regions to take on good technology, use it well, and then drive an amazing customer experience for their customers. I think, broadly speaking, gone are the days where the Middle East and African markets were considered last in line to get good technology. Today, they're demanding and actually standing right in front of the line to say, we can and we will adopt good technology going forward.
Can you talk a little bit about the collaboration between sales, marketing, customer success in our teams in Meta and how that's contributing to MoEngage's performance in the region?
Such a good question, Sweta. Thanks for asking it. So, I'll tell you a small story, right? MoEngage, obviously, 10-year-old business. About 3 years ago, or a little over now, proactively, we decided we would set up base physically within the Middle East and run a very local operation for our Middle East and African customers. From that point in time, we've obviously grown significantly, and thank you to all our customers and partners for it. We're now more than 280 customers strong within the Middle East and African markets. Have seen tremendous growth. You pointed out 60% year-on-year growth from last year. But a lot of this, and truly, is to do with the people. And I think that's the nature of the markets we operate in. People want to associate with local faces. People want to associate with good teams. They want to associate with people that they believe can be taken as counterparts as opposed to a vendor, true partnership. And I think what we've done really well, and obviously you and I are testaments to this as we started the mission together, is really bring a good group of people together, tie them to a really key and core mission and value statement that we live for our customers, and eventually create a cohesive culture which drives everything. Everything from the time we get into the office to the time we leave, it's all centered around us being one team and helping our customers achieve their objectives. And I think that's a beautiful place to be because 3 years hence from starting this mission and this objective, we can see that our customers are absolutely testifying to this being a core reason why they would like to work with MoEngage. Numerous times you hear it and I hear it that, hey, look, you guys are an extension of our team. You guys can be put in front of my CMO. You guys are actually saving the day for us. And that's because a great group of people with a lot of deep domain knowledge have come together and work cohesively as one unit with one mission in mind.
What a great sentiment in terms of and we carry that feeling forward because it's flowing all the way from the top, with your leadership down into the team. Um, you know, where does this saving the day come in? What are we doing that's so interesting from a MoEngage perspective with our products and our customers, do you think?
It's a great question again. So you think about a true partnership, and you can think of any partnership. There's one reality that you must understand the other person's viewpoint, their situation, and eventually their objectives. And that's the one thing we do really well. And that starts with internal collaboration. So someone from my team directly working with a prospect, enabling them to actually embrace MoEngage, to them going into the implementation team and the customer success team, which you're managing, and getting them to actually deploy the product and use the product in a way that's going to drive business value. Now, if the internal harmony in the team is broken, we'd never be able to do that successfully. So, getting this group of people to really believe this one team, one dream mentality that we have, which is completely tied to delivering customer objectives and goals, helps us deliver against those outcomes for our customers. There are so many tactical observations we've seen, times when customers really needed us to be awake at 2 a.m. during Black Friday because it's a critical moment for them, or they're about to go live with their new app and we needed all hands on deck, and we've obviously been there for them. And there's so many I can quote. The reality is it starts with the harmony we have as a team in the region with that goal of driving customer value.
um, this is the joy of working alongside and working within Kunal's organization. He'd probably be able to step in and quote much more about my customers than even I could. So, that's really wonderful working in that sort of camaraderie and that kind of environment. And one thing that you said in about in terms of the usage of the MoEngage platform and being part of the MoEngage family is around this whole notion of we are stepping into the next age of marketing automation. We're stepping into this new age of digital and AI. We're going to take all of our 250 customers with us, and even more as we grow right in the region. So where are we going next with our family, Kunal?
Yeah, so there's multiple dimensions to this answer, right? It's firstly a great question. Secondly, it's never done alone. So obviously, your team plays such a big part in making everything that we want to deliver for customers actually come to life, and that keeps them happy and obviously become really strong champions for us, which we love. If we think about the future, and one dimension of the future is, hey, we've got all of these customers and they've sort of been on this journey with us to try and do some of the things I mentioned, right? Bring all their customer data together, utilize it for highly contextual and personalized campaigns and marketing initiatives. But what next for them? So they've been on the journey with us, and now the next step for them is embracing artificial intelligence and machine learning from within the MoEngage platform. I don't know how many customers today haven't tried Merlin, and Merlin is our generative AI component within our enterprise platform. But it's beautiful to see the adoption of those types of products and modules for our existing customers. So their journey is going to be growing further into MoEngage. And I tell people all the time, right, that over the last 3 years, the one thing that I've realized is that MoEngage is not a platform you will grow out of. The, the pace at which we are shipping product, new capabilities and functionality just means that you'll continue to grow into us, right? So that's one dimension to answer your question. The other dimension is there are brands that don't use us, that use legacy marketing clouds per se, or some of our new age competitors who are also good platforms. But the reality is for them, especially the ones that are using legacy marketing clouds, they've realized that at the highest level, the R&D and the improvements that are needed within these technologies just aren't keeping pace with what their customers need. So it becomes even more critical for them in that dimension to really think about who that next partner might be, right? And that's what we're doing currently, talking to several brands that aren't using us yet and trying to explain to them that the time to value, the ability to adopt and adapt and then generate some business outcomes is very real with MoEngage. And then there are brands that use some of our competitors. And without going into too many details around product features, differences, etc., I'll come back to the people. At the end of the day, software is software, right? It can do the song and dance you want if you put enough people, time, and energy behind it. And I think the people, the time, and the energy that we put with a team of 30 plus people in the region is unparalleled. And it's undeniable. This is a black and white situation, right? When I speak with the CMO, VP of marketing, and I ask them, hey, look, we've got 30 people in the region who can snap of a finger be there for you, and you can validate this with 100 customers that we work with in the region versus the brand that you're using today that is a good product but cannot support you in the same way. It becomes very evident that for them it's really about considering MoEngage as a viable partner. So those are the dimensions, I think, in terms of the future. Overall, from a macro standpoint, I mean, the Middle East and Africa is booming. It's a great time to be there. It's a great time to be supporting the brands with a lot of the macro initiatives across Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Africa in general. And I think we're obviously there for the long run, so we'll be here.
Thank you, Kunal, for all of the insights on everything MoEngage. The platform, our culture, our customers, our absolutely amazing region. Thank you once again.
No worries at all, Sweta. Always a pleasure speaking with you. And obviously, thank you for asking me all those questions and got me reflecting about our growth journey as well. It's a great time to be at MoEngage. So thank you very much.